What's up, gamers? We are back with more Starfield. Let's start this video with an apology. I was a bitter Betty in the last video. I've taken some time. I took some time, stepped away, took a breather. It's still the same day, but I've had some time to reflect, and I'm not mad anymore. Like, it is what it is. Like, as part of, like, it's a main story mission, so I mean that was the main source of my gripe, but they clearly wanted you to get a bounty at this point in the game. Like, it's part of the story that you know had to cross a line to get that artifact, and I feel like it's part of the story that they're trying to tell, where, how far are you, and in a broader sense, how far is Constellation? Because, I mean, let's be real, Vladimir came up with this plan. How far is Constellation willing to go to unravel this mystery about the artifacts? What lines are they willing to cross? Like, what sacrifices are they willing to make in the pursuit of knowledge? And I think this is a good example of, this is something that needed to be done for them to find out more. Like, it's very clear from talking to that collector that he just wanted it because he had a sense that it was special, right? He heard a fantastical story from the person who sold it to him, which happened to be true, but he didn't know that. But he, it got into his mind that it was special, and he just wanted to keep it in a vault behind closed doors in his ship to privately admire on his own. He had no intention of pursuing scientific discoveries with the artifact. So it's clearly better off in our hands, even though we had to resort to violence now. The way I went about that, I ended up shooting him in the head. But that's really out of character. The character I've been role-playing this game would not do that under any circumstances. So I think canonically what we're going to say is that in an act of desperation, I drew my weapon and pointed it at his head. Because let's be real, if I'd shot someone in the head with a shotgun, they'd be dead, right? But he lived, so canonically I think we pointed our gun at his head, it threatened his life, and said, I'm sorry, the thing I said, whatever it was, I didn't want to use violence, but I need the artifact. And he surrendered and let me take the artifact off of his ship. So that's what happened. That's what for role-playing reasons, that's what we're going to say went down, okay? And that's basically what went down, minus a bullet being expended from my shotgun, right? So, as you can see, Sam's with me, and we're in my home in Aquila. I ended the last video, I was still where we had rendezvoused with that ship. In between videos, I went and I took care of all the contraband that I had on me, because that's just another unnecessary complication. So I went to Wolf, I sold the contraband, I went back to Aquila City, to my home, and did some inventory management so that we could hit the ground running, continuing this quest, continuing no sudden moves. So it wants me to go back to the lodge, but I have a bounty, and I'm not sure how that's going to work. So we're going to find out together. When I went to the star map to go to Aquila City, I did notice something. So you'll see I'm on Cheyenne, and in the upper right-hand corner it says, Faction, Freestar Collective, right? But if I go now to Alpha Centauri, you'll see in the upper right-hand corner of the screen it says, Faction, United Colonies, and then under that, Bounty, 500 credits. Now, 500 credits is like nothing for me. I could pay the bounty I think I could even like put up a bounty terminal in my house and pay the bounty. Um, I'm gonna try to go back to the only other place I remember seeing a bounty terminal is in New Atlantis in the shoot, I forget the name of it. The Viewport, I think maybe it's the bar there, right, where you can recruit people to your crew. There is a bounty board in there. So I'm gonna try to get into New Atlantis without getting in trouble. I've thought of a few different things for that. When you travel to New Atlantis, they scan you in orbit, but they, as far as I'm aware, they only are scanning for contraband at that point. And so I think I'm going to be able to go to Jemison and land my ship. And then the problem comes in when you're entering the city, when you're walking in, they say you'll be scanned as you walk by or something to that effect. And once they scan you, they say, no bounties found, you're cleared, enjoy New Atlantis or whatever. I think that's going to be the point that I would get caught with having a bounty on me, right? Because in orbit, they just scan your ship. And then once you enter the city, they scan, you and identify you. Big Brother, runs the facial recognition or software or whatever and determines whether or not you're someone who they need to talk to. But I know that there are ways to get around that scan point. I think I've even done it before. There's like ways you can jump up onto the area behind there and take the elevator down from the promenade. So I'm going to try and like maybe sneak to the bounty board. If worse comes to worse, like maybe they'll scan me and a guard will just run up to me and tell me I need to pay my bounty or be arrested or whatever. And that's fine too. Like the only thing I'm worried about is that they're just going to open fire on me as soon as I step foot in the city. I would hope that wouldn't happen over a 500 credit bounty, but I don't know. We're going to find out together. I did some more organization in the house here. I put a chest here for miscellaneous items. Those who've been watching know I have my adoring fan is like my miscellaneous items chest. He's holding all these miscellaneous items for me. But I also had this thing by my bed that I was storing a few miscellaneous items in that were more interesting. So now I've only put like unique items in this thing by the bed. I don't know if Paper Airplane is actually unique, but like my Freestar Deputy badge, my 4 snow globes I've gotten so far, the Broken Constellation helmet, which I have 2 of them somehow. I don't remember how that worked, but I guess they spawn on the frontier, but it's sort of a unique item. And then Solomon's Maps, of course, which was previously a quest item. Right, and then I put some more some more of my stolen stuffed animals in this bin. It's getting quite full at this point. I know there's a lot of duplicates in there, but it is what it is. I like having a semi-full bin of stuffies. Plushies are our friend, as is Wilby. Right. And I set up a mannequin for the monster costume, which I've been carrying around with me, and it was definitely time to get that out of my inventory. I also, I was planning on saving this for when I needed another chest for more resources, but I think it's gotten to the point where I really need to sort my resources and maybe sell some of them or move some of them to the outpost I started, because the amount of chests I have holding resources is getting out of hand. But for now, this chest was still empty, so I put all my alien genetic material in it. I'd been just carrying it around because I didn't have a good place to stick it. It didn't fit in my captain's locker with the rest of my aid stuff that I've been storing in the captain's locker. And carrying it around, they weigh like one... I'm going to keep saying pounds, but I don't know what the actual unit of measure is in this game. Does it say? 1 mass, I guess. They weigh 1 mass each, and so that's like 19 right there, which is way too much to be carrying around. Doing all that's got my weight down to 58, so I'm feeling really good about that. I think that's all the preamble I had. So yeah, we've got the new artifact. Our quest is to add it to the collection, but I don't know if that's going to be... I don't know how that's going to go down, so... Let's find out, shall we? Interestingly, I went to Wolf to sell my contraband, right? It does say bounty 500 Wolf. Or for the Wolf system. But I went there, I didn't get accosted by anyone, I was able to board the den without any issue, none of the guards in the den bothered me, so I may be, like, overthinking this, like, maybe a small bounty like this, they're not going to bother me at all, and just be like, please pay that off when you get a chance type of thing, like it's a fine. We'll see. I don't know why I'm doing all this speculating when I can just literally just, set course to Jemison and find out what's what. So let's find out what's what.
This is United Colony space. Maintain current course while we scan for contraband.
Right, no contraband, so I'm all set with that.
We say again, respond immediately, or we will be forced to open fire.
Wait, what? What do you mean we say again?
I've got special orders. You're coming with me. Stand down and prepare for immediate transport to our vessel.
Special order? Ooh. I don't know if this is related to me having a bounty, or this is just part of the main story that's meant to happen when you come to Jemison. I also feel like the dialogue bugged out there. So as much as my viewers are going to hate me for this, I'm going to reload my save real quick. I'm just going to do that again. No need for a preamble this time. We're just going to go to Jemison, set course, travel there again, and see if I can catch what happened, because I was so sure when they said, oh, we're scanning for contraband, and it said no contraband on ship. I was like, okay, I'm good. But something did happen. Wow. So let's experience that again. See if I can catch the line of dialogue that I clearly missed here. Because I'd like to know what's happening. Since this is related to the main story potentially, and I think it bugged out. It really seemed odd. I'm not touching any buttons.
Prepare to be scanned for contraband.
Ooh, we can talk to Vlad again because of the new artifact, no doubt.
Be advised, you
Scan
have
past
been
this head.
identified as a known criminal.
Oh, see, I did miss
Respond
dialogue.
immediately, or we will be forced to open fire. I've got
You've been
special
identified
orders.
as a criminal,
You're coming with
a
me.
known criminal.
Stand down and prepare for immediate transport to our vessel.
Huh. So again, I'm not sure if this is just something that happens. This seems weird, right? Like, he's got quote-unquote special orders, and like there's no option to pay off my bounty or anything. He's just insisting on taking me into custody. I can't imagine that this is just what happens if you enter orbit with a bounty on. Like, the known criminal thing is making me like, oh, well, maybe. But I think this is just what happens at this point in the story. So let's roll with the punches, huh? Let's find out what's going on. What about my ship?
We have orders to transport you and your vessel to your final destination, the UC Vigilance. Any
and my vessel to
deviation
the
from those
UC
orders on your
Vigilance.
part will be considered an act of hostility, and will be met with aggressive force.
Well, we're not doing that. Well, I mean, we're not gonna resist. We all know what cops do if you try to resist, or even if you don't. But they say that you are. You're gonna tell me? You gonna tell me what's going on here?
I've been authorized to inform you that you are being transferred to the UC Vigilance. You'll find out more when you get there.
Ooh,
Other than
this.
that, I'm not at liberty to divulge any additional information.
No, there's no way this is normal. This is definitely part of the story. This is so interesting. I was not expecting this at all. Right, standing
Smart
nap
decision.
then.
Stand by to be boarded and transferred.
So how is the game gonna handle this? Ooh, some new quest just popped up. And I'm hitting a loading screen. Ooh, I'm on Phobos, moon of Mars.
I'm telling you, the commander's got plans for this loser. Why else would he be going through all this trouble?
I still don't understand why he trusts a criminal. Seems like too much of a risk.
Stop worrying and keep an eye on our guest. I'll be right back.
You just sit tight. The commander wants to have a little chat.
Yeah, you got it, boss. Can I look around?
The
Can't
prisoner's
look around.
ready, sir.
Oh, this is straight up a cutscene. Let's see this commander.
I hope you're comfortable. We have a lot to discuss.
Commander Ikonde. Is that the same commander I met at the UC Vanguard office and masked earlier in the game? Or is this a new character? I guess it's a new character because, like, this doesn't look like the local jail. There's nothing to discuss. Just let me pay my fine so I can get out of here. See, this is definitely something related to the story because, yeah, like this dialogue option and this dialogue option lead me to believe that this is something unique that's happening right now. Who are
I'm
you?
your ticket out of the mess you've gotten yourself into. That's all you need to know for now.
I'm interested in hearing what he's like. I know where I am. I'm on a ship. It's not the local jail, right? This is a special holding cell on some ship. But because it's a period at the end, I'm concerned that this will advance. Like, I don't want to reload again, so I'm trying to choose carefully. This doesn't look like the local jail. Like, I kind of want to say this also because, like, I'm curious how he'll respond
finish
to
your
that.
thought, so that we can move on to other business.
Because if I say that and then he doesn't just let me pay my fine, something is afoot for sure. Yeah. Now, just let me pay my fine so I can get out of here.
Not this time.
Not this time.
So, let me see what we're working with here. Pretty unremarkable past. Not much to speak of there. I also see that you mined on Vectera, and now you're with Constellation. You've certainly been quite busy.
It would have been fun if he said something
Look
about
at
the
that.
no data on file
Right
thing
at
from
the
my
bottom of
past.
this list is the criminal incident that landed you in my
He just has some
crosshairs.
generic dialogue for everyone. But there should be, he should have no files on, or file not found for my past. Towards the beginning of the game, one of the guards in New Atlantis commented on that, and I thought that was just the coolest thing in the world, that there was like unique dialogues for if you choose that. I bet my shoe size isn't in your records. Let's just get to the point. That pretty much covers it.
Good. You'll find that I'm a stickler for details, and I'd hate to discover that your file is incomplete.
It is
Now
incomplete.
that we have that out of the way, let me introduce myself. My name is Commander Kibwe Ikande, and I'm in charge of this operation for UC SysDev. Are you familiar
Right,
with what we
operation.
do?
He said something at the end that I'm supposed to respond to, but I missed that one bit. Something what we do. Like, you don't know what we do? You know what we do? Let me tell you what we do? Do you know what we do? I'm going to pretend is what he said. Because these make the most sense. Well, why don't you tell me? I honestly don't care. Well, I know you kidnap people, which I think is what I'm going to end up choosing, but let's ask this question first. Could you start by telling me what UC stuff means? I mean, I know. It means United Colonies System Defense. Duh.
United Colonies System Defense. Does that help you figure out exactly what it is we do?
Well, I know you kidnap people.
Actually, that's something new we're trying. I figured we needed to branch out a bit, broaden our horizons.
At least this dude has a
UC
sense of humor.
SysDef is a division of the UC Navy. While they handle the big picture stuff, we deal with a very particular problem. The Crimson Fleet. That convict is where you enter the picture.
Wait. You remember, like, two videos ago where I tried to go to Crix because I was sick of this game not giving me any sort of quest line involving the Crimson Fleet that would bring me naturally to Crix, and I just got the shit blown out of me, even though I'm a much higher level than the Crix system, and I had to eventually give up and move on to this story mission that's led me here. Am I about to get the quest that's meant to bring you there? Because what the hell? I mean, I don't care about that, but let's ask it. I mean, I know the answer to this, and I don't care about this, but we always ask the questions. Like, some voice actor got paid good money to voice these lines, and we're going to hear them. What type of... well, probably not good money, but... what type of big picture stuff does the UC Navy handle?
On the books, they maintain combat-ready spaceborne forces to deter aggression and ensure the safety of the United Colonies.
On the books.
All that fancy claptrap means is that they're the ones who fight in the wars to keep our territories secure.
Uh-huh. Oh, I was hoping there was a follow-up question that was like, and off the books. Like, off the books is clearly what we're in the middle of right now. This is definitely an off-the-books operation, if ever I've seen one. What's the Crimson Fleet?
Are we really playing this game? The pirates? Like the ones you tangled with on Vectera? Please stop pretending you have no idea what I'm talking about.
I'm glad he responded that way, because... It was a dumb question, and I'm glad he responded to it like it was a dumb question. That's funny. Let's see. I can, like, here's where I have to choose. I have to choose, and I have to be satisfied with my choice. So I have nothing to do with the Crimson Fleet, true. Total facts. Which, like, is a sensible response to make, because he's basically like, our job's to deal exclusively with the Crimson Fleet, and like, then what does that have to do with me? Nothing, right? And then the other option is, I don't like where this is going, but that's boring. If whatever you're selling lets me off the hook, then I'm listening. Like, no, 500 credits should let me off the hook. Yeah, I have nothing to do with the Crimson Fleet.
No, you don't. Not yet, anyway. We've been prodding at the Crimson Fleet for years, trying to take them down one ship at a time. But we barely scratched the surface. If we can get someone on the inside, we'd have a shot at finding a loose thread we can pull to bring it all down.
Someone on the inside? Is he trying to turn me into a covert operative for the UC Navy? Is that what's happening? You want me to risk my neck and go undercover for you? Oh, that's not a question. You want me to risk my neck and go undercover for you? This sounds personal. Maybe you should give up. Why can't the UC send in their armada to wipe out the Crimson Fleet? Good question.
If the military rolls in and attacks the Crimson Fleet, we'd have a full-scale war on our hands. That means losses. Heavy losses. That the United Colonies can't afford.
I see. So it's not that you feel like you'd fail doing it that way. You just don't want. You're just saying that the juice isn't worth the squeeze, basically. Maybe you should give up. Tempting, but you want me to risk my neck and go undercover for
Not
you.
for me. For yourself. Look,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to make this simple. Agree to work for UCC Steph, and together we take down the Crimson Fleet. Refuse, and I tell these guys to throw you into the nearest lockup. Might even tack on an extra few hundred credits to your fine.
Well, I mean, I can definitely afford that. I mean, he did just say what's in it for me, but, like, he's still offering me mincemeat. He's offering me nothing for all the risk he's asking me to take. Like, we're not even approaching the type of money I'd get from doing a quick mission from the mission board, so... If I work with SysDef, what's in it for me? Yeah, you better offer me more than just taking care of my measly fine.
Well, first of all, we'll forget about the infraction that landed you on the vigilance. Wipe the slate clean. Better still,
And...
depending on how well you do your job, we'll even kick in a few extra credits to offset any cost that the operation will incur. Or, you can throw all that away and end up back in jail with a hefty fine attached.
You can't get away with that. I feel like I'm getting the impression he can. Doesn't sound like I have much of a choice. I mean, it kind of does. He's weighing out my options. I didn't realize coercion was part of UC SysDef's code of ethics. I feel like as a Freestar citizen, Freestar Ranger, like, my character is not surprised at all that UC is behaving in this shady, manipulative way. This is definitely some fascism at work here. So yeah, let's say it. I didn't realize coercion was part of UC SysDef's code
Please,
of ethics.
I'm not coercing you into doing anything. I'm simply giving you a chance to redeem yourself.
Uh-huh.
So, what do you say?
So you
going
didn't
to work with
kidnap me and threaten
Or
me?
should I find someone
What the hell
else?
do you think the word coercion means? Wow, it is giving me a choice. Holy shit. How do you know I can even handle this type of operation?
If I didn't think you had a chance, I would have left you in lockup. You're just going to have to follow your instincts and trust me.
Do I have to decide right
You
now?
aren't leaving until I have an answer.
Oh boy. So I can accept or refuse the offer. I mean, he laid it out for me. If I refuse, I'm going to go to jail. I don't know what that entails. This sounds like a bunch of fun, so I'm really tempted to accept, but I also, like, feel some kind of way about the UC.
If you would kindly continue.
I mean, I think neither of these is really going to affect my standing with the UC. I think the key here is, like, I'm choosing whether or not to, like, go against the Crimson Fleet or to refuse to help and sort of siding with the Crimson Fleet. But I haven't found a way, like, I I know the Crimson Fleet is like a full-on faction in this game, but I haven't figured out how to like have any sort of peaceful interaction with them. They just attack me whenever I run across them. For the vast majority of encounters, at least.
You were saying you have permission to speak?
Oh, thank you. Fine, I'm in.
Smart choice. I'm going to have one of my men escort you to the operations center. I strongly suggest that you don't give him any trouble. And don't bother trying to leave the ship. I think you'll find all access to the docking area is fully restricted.
Follow the Systef guard to the operations center. Can I move now? Oh, I can.
All right, let's go.
Alright, just checking in. I do have all my weapons on me. Oh, they're around Phobos. Oh, look. Wait. UC Vigilance. I'm really curious about... Ooh. Oh. Wait, what? This is considered a Crimson Fleet faction quest. Commander Kibwe Akande of UC Systef has asked me to join his crusade against the Crimson Fleet. Seeing no real alternative, I've decided to accept his offer. I now have to follow the UC security guard and attend a briefing on my first mission. I think the like retrieve followers thing went away. The game must have realized that they can't make me do that. I mean, okay. Wow. I guess this is the Crimson Fleet faction questline. I'm glad I accepted it. I certainly want to get more Crimson Fleet stuff where they're not just attacking me as standard enemies like Spacious and Ecliptic. Because like all the stuff I've found about them, they seem like the most interesting, slightly hostile faction that exists besides the Varun. Obviously, the Varun's my big crush, and I want to learn more about them. But the Crimson, like Space Pirates. I mean, come on, right? This should be fun.
All right, let's go.
I'm incredibly tempted to like see if I can fight my way out of this ship. God damn it, Sam!
So, you took the op instead of serving
be
the
on the
time.
boat.
Gonna be the commander's new mole, huh? Going in all alone, infiltrating a bunch of pirates. You've got a lot of guts. Still, it makes you wonder, especially with the stories that go around. Like the one about how the fleet deals with informants by lashing them to the hull of a ship and then slowly letting the air out of their suit. Could you imagine a worse way to go? I know I couldn't. But I wouldn't worry about it. Since the commander handpicked you, I'm guessing you can hold your breath for a really long time, right?
This guy's got jokes. Holy... There's like named NPCs and shit in here. I really want to look around, but I'm terrified of missing any more dialogue.
All right. This is as far as I go. Take the lift up to Ops. Commander Ikande should be waiting for you.
Sounds good, thank you. Sam, you are... I hate you so much right now. Even more than I hated you during that last mission. You're cancer, basically. Like, I'm so mad that you're here. Alright. Systef Petty Officer. Alright, you've got a name. Alex Vaughn.
Ikande's on level 2. Try not to touch anything until he actually clears you.
Alright. Docking port computer. Okay. Oh. My ship's in docking port 1. Status occupied, clearance authorized. And there's nothing in docking port 3. Oh, I can't open the door. I guess that's what he was talking about. This is just docking ports 2 and 4, although it might be interesting to see if anyone's here. No. No. Okay. Petty officer. Nope.
Excuse me.
Sam, I hate you. Lieutenant. Says take. Whoa. Big ship.
Go on. I wouldn't leave the commander waiting.
Brig protocols. The Vigilance Brig is a high-level confinement facility for captured and pre-trial prisoners charged with piracy. I guess I am guilty of piracy, right? The brig ensures the security and safe transport of all prisoners to United Colonies correctional facilities under the guidance of, Commander Ikande and ranking officers of the Vigilance. The brig staff is responsible for maintaining and enforcing these directives. Handcuffs and a guard escort are standard when transporting prisoners. Well, I didn't have to wear handcuffs and I've got my gun, so that's odd. Those assigned to maximum security cells may require additional security measures to prevent escape. We should attempt to accommodate prisoner requests within reason. Looser restraints and comfortable seating can be supplied upon request. United Colonies will typically use mid-sized Demos ships for shuttling prisoners to the correctional facility. A little bit of interesting world building. Armin, you have a name. What's
You
up?
can always come back and chat later. Nobody here's going anywhere.
Armin says, please follow your quest objective. You can come around, look around the ship and talk to people after you advance your quest a little further. That's what Armin said. Oh look, there's holding cells here. Well, I guess mine was a very special holding cell. What's up here? More holding cells. This is straight up prison. Look at this. No occupants currently. Kind of boring. Oh, and this is where I was, yeah? Okay. Interrogation room, I see. Can't go to the cargo bay. Alright. Guess I've seen everything there is to see. Oh, Sam. Why are you here?
Hey.
Can't open that door. Op center's this way.
Pardon.
Ooh. Fancy. Musical crescendo and everything.
Yes?
Look at the commander standing there at attention. What if I just... Whoa. Okay. We're gonna do a lot of saves because I'm sick of having to do reloads because I'm missing stuff, so.
Ah, there you are. Excellent. Now that we've established your level of cooperation with us, I want to introduce you to your new home. This is the Operations Center of the UC Vigilance. SysDef's nerve center, dedicated to the destruction of the Crimson Fleet.
I very much enjoy that this is still an option. And one I might take. I mean, it's letting me do this. Like, this is interesting. So you can choose, like, you can choose to let him send you to jail, which I assume just makes a loading screen happen. And then you have, like, 1,000 credit bounty and you're in jail. Or you can agree to help him, follow him to the ops center, and then fight your way
Please,
off the ship.
finish your thought, so that we can move on to other business.
Thank you. Thank you for letting me finish my thought. I want to do this mission, but I'm torn because I also don't want to get locked into a really long quest line that I can't, like, I don't have access to my crew. I'm going to have Sam following me the whole damn time because I never, like, was able to hand in the artifact. So I'm going to be stuck with Sam, which is going to annoy the crap out of me the entire time I'm trying to do this quest line. I mean, I know the answer to this question, but...
We are currently in the Sol system, in deep orbit around Phobos. As to why, I'll explain momentarily.
Impressive ship, but I don't see where I fit in. You're going to need more than one ship to eliminate an entire fleet. I mean, I saved right before I talked to him. I'm really curious how this plays out. So... I'm sure there are people watching this video that are also curious how this would play out. So I'm going to indulge my curiosity. We're going to fight our way off this ship, see what that entails, and then load my game, and then we're going to choose this option.
Guards, we've got the runner!
Safety's are off!
SysDef is now your enemy. Okay. Hi, Sam. I remember seeing where my ship was docked, so... Let's go back to the docking bay and see if we can get on my ship. Ooh, Alex has got that plot armor. We'll have to move on quickly before he gets back up. Oh, it's just open! Well, I like it. Yeah, Star Eagle. I just noticed something extremely interesting.
Do you
that I'm
actually
gonna look
think
at.
you stand a chance against the entire SysDef fleet? All ships, bring that pirate to justice.
Oh god.
Time for a little target practice.
They're super fucking with me right now. Holy crap. Okay, okay, okay. Well, shit. Autosave? I don't know why I didn't think. I don't know. I'm really interested in this path that I just tried, so I'm gonna do it again, which might annoy people, but... suddenly feel bad for wasting all those med kits because I think I might stick with this choice. Yeah, this. I've successfully escaped the UC vigilance. Now that the UC Sysstaff has become my enemy, I need to seek out the Crimson Fleet, my only hope of potentially staying alive. Wow. So you can, for real, take Crimson Fleet's side. Bro. What? Okay, so I think, seek out the Crimson Fleet, I mean... Right? Interestingly, it doesn't say I have a bounty anymore. Oh, I'm in the Sol system right now. That's right. That's where they took me. Fuck it. You cannot travel while your ship is docked, okay? It's fair. I've already heard the crap that they want to talk, so let's immediately go to my map. This is what I wanted to do, but like they immediately disabled my grav drive.
You think you stand a chance against the entire sister fleet? All ships, bring that pirate to justice.
Well, I successfully jumped away.
Shield up! Let's dance!
Woohoo! This is gonna be fun!
Wait, what? No, no, I'm your friend. I'm your friend!
Just give up!
No. Let me on board wherever the fuck he is. The space station. I need to talk to someone. Spam and repair, using all my ship parts. I'm not getting a dock option. Oh, that's funny. So the space station orbit's called the Key, but there's also a place called the Lock. Cannot fast travel during combat. God damn it.
You're done!
Okay. So if I do... Oh, you can't set course or show on map. Okay. How do I seek out the Crimson Fleet then? How's that supposed to work? We're gonna be so fast with these button clicks. Set course. Jump.
Complete. Thrusters free. The entire sister fleet. All ships, bring that pirate to justice.
Made it. Okay.
We're here.
clear to unknown vessel. I have an urgent package, hoping for some assistance. Acknowledge? The Star Parcels fleet's got a load of these aging Deimos monsters. Built like tanks, but well past their warranty. It's gonna take hours to fix this, if we can get the engine back online at all.
This is clearly a random encounter, but like the timing. Oh my god, the timing on all this stuff. I can try to help with repairs.
Sorry, company policy is only employees are allowed on the ship. If you step foot on here, I'm out of a job.
What
I got
do
a
you
hot
want from
package
me,
that's
lady?
paid for expedited delivery.
Oh,
They'll dock
you
my
want me to
pay if
deliver?
it doesn't get to its destination.
Yeah, I'll deliver
Star
your
Parcel will
thing.
reward you well if you can assist.
Sure, yeah. Given the circumstances, Star Parcel needs to up that... No. Can't one of the other ships in your fleet deliver it?
Eventually, sure. And by then, it's a black mark on my record and wages
Right.
garnished. Star Parcel always knows how to stick it to us.
Wages garnished? That's some bullshit. Yeah, send over the package and I'll deliver it.
Excellent. All you need to do is drop this off to the ship's services technician on Aquila City. They'll take it from there.
Well, that's good, because it's probably one of the few
Thanks
places
for bailing
left
me out
in
of this nightmare.
the game that I can go. Alright. Oh, the planet's name is Frost? That's interesting. Oh, and it's the one planet. The one planet, the only planet. Extra nitrogen, very strong magnetosphere, deep freeze. Safe water, but no animals. Rock planet. Alright, now that I'm here, and I hopefully have a minute to catch my breath and figure out what's going on. Let's check one more time. Crime. No murders, no assaults, no acts of piracy, weirdly. Total lifetime bounty 500. Okay, character. General. Okay. Okay. So let's do a save here. I like the idea of like fighting back against being forced into this mission, and it sounds like this is going to lead to interesting things. I do want to keep that save file where I was about to talk to him, because it also sounds like being an undercover operative to take down the Crimson Fleet would be fun, right? But I'm very intrigued by the fact that the mission updated to seek out the Crimson Fleet when I resisted that notion. And I don't like the UC. I've been very clear about that my whole playthrough. My character is not a fan of the United Colonies. I really want to do this so I can maybe get Sam back. So we're going to try some shady shit to get to the lodge and hopefully get Sam off of my following, so like get him to stop following me. It literally says I can just land on Jamison now, which is... This is me not looking that gift horse in the mouth. Is it literally just going to put me right in front of the lodge? Like, was it that simple the whole time, I wonder? Would it have let me directly land there instead of dealing with... Gosh, so many questions. I'm not going to reload a save and find out, but like... Because this is interesting, no matter which way I take it. I think it's just like the first time you have a bounty,
precious.
and you are in orbit, the UC stuff like takes advantage of that and tries to exploit you. Hi Sam, I hate you. Let's see if we can get you off of my squad, shall we?
Vladimir! Vlad, come in! Come in! The eye's gone completely dark. I can't reach anyone on the station.
Tell me the last thing they... What's... I mean, of course, this has roped me into more story stuff. I'm literally just trying to, like, lose some of the encumbrances that the story has put upon me so that I can get some more of my freedom back and pursue some other stuff that's happening. But, man, this game is not going to let me do that, is it? I saved right before I came back here. I might just have to live with Sam being my follower for the foreseeable future because I don't know what else I'm gonna do. This is insane. Tell me the last thing they sent.
Noel, Starborn, came out of nowhere.
Vladimir, get out of there!
He already left. Said he was going to the lodge.
Is anyone else hurt?
She's still breathing, but oh God, all that blood.
Hello, Constellation. Are you there?
Who are you? What did you do to our friends?
They call me the Hunter. And now that I'm here, your part in glimpsing the Unity is over.
Oh my god, so many things are happening. So this is the disaster that I knew was going to happen if we sent a bunch of members of Constellation up to the Eye. I predicted the shit out of this, and I guess I should have figured that when I came back here and turned in the artifact, that was when shit was going to hit the fan. The Hunter, I've met the Hunter very early in the game, and then a little bit later I had more dialogue with him, but in Jemison, or in New Atlantis rather, God, why do I never remember the Viewport? In the Viewport bar, I met a character clad in all black who called himself the Hunter, and he had some very interesting dialogue. Sort of hinted that he had a lot of interesting backstory, but we couldn't get below the surface with him. And he said something about, like, I asked him about, like, his cool uniform, and he said, like, if maybe someday if you keep on this path or keep exploring something, you may earn yourself a uniform like this yourself or something like that. I don't know. It was a whole thing. I wish I could remember more of it now, but it was so long ago, many hours of gameplay ago. I mean, someone is hurt. Sarah's bleeding to death, I guess. The Unity, this is all interesting stuff. Said they're coming to the lodge. Like, I knew that was happening. Like, they're coming after the artifacts for sure. I don't know why they started on the Eye. This also annoys me because I had that quest to, like, go back to the Eye and, like, get more temple locations from Vladimir, so that's on hold. Vladimir's injured. It's like, I don't know when I'm gonna get a chance to do that. And then, so I'm gonna pursue this a little bit further. I'm gonna pick a few more dialogue options, see where this leads. I may just reload with Sam and just deal with the fact that I'm stuck with Sam and try to be okay with that while I do some side stuff, because this is clearly snowballing into something insane. The Unity, what are you talking about?
I'm already on my way. Say goodbye to your friends. It won't be long.
Forget about us! That Starborn bastard is after the artifacts! You can't let him take them! Pack up the collection, move it somewhere they can't find it.
He's right. We need to bunker down here and get those artifacts ready to move. Might need every gun to hold that Starborn off.
What about everyone on the Eye? We can't leave them to die up there.
Oh my god, what a dialogue tree. Holy shit. Like, I can just only care about myself. Like, let's F the artifacts. Like, let's GTFO. We can say, I'm not leaving anyone. I'm going to the Eye to rescue our friends, which... Like, that's like, also F the artifacts. Let's save Sarah and Vladimir. And it might be too late. We need to stay here, protect the art. Like, F Sarah and Vladimir. Let's protect the artifacts. Like, what?
Can't blame you, but sure could use your help when that Starborn comes knocking.
I don't know how long it's gonna take to pack up the artifacts. I'll get started. Hopefully this will only take a few minutes, if my hands can stop shaking.
Everyone take cover, now.
Where? You really expect them to barge through the front door?
I'm not expecting them to ring the bell.
Could you...
Alright, that's loud. It says defend the lodge or go to the Eye. They're actually making me choose. Oh, my stomach. I can't with... Okay, well, okay. Here's my feeling on this. It's making us choose between Vladimir and Sarah. I mean, I don't think Vladimir's gonna die anyway because he's important to things and stuff. Sarah might die. I mean, Barrett's also up there, right? And then down here we've got Vasco, Noel, Sam, annoyingly. And, I think Mateo's here. Maybe even Walter. Shit. I don't like it. I don't like this at all.
I'll keep it down. I'm trying to work here.
Oh, that's what was making that noise. Her removing the... Okay. Check on Walter?
Walter! Are you
or
alright?
go to the Eye? Oh my lord, what is even happening? Level 70 elite. Holy crap. Oh boy. Okay. I feel like your decisions in this quest especially matter a lot, and even the amount of time you take to choose matters a lot. So, as interesting as it is that it let us come back to the lodge, okay, here's my thinking on this. We're going to try some alternatives to handing in the artifact. In fact, let me load. Let me load this save. This was before I landed at the lodge. I want to try some alternative paths here. And see what options exist for me. I'm feeling some kind of way about this. But, long story short, I'm not comfortable. Like, now that I know what the primary big decisions are for that, this, like, giantly important story beat, which is probably going to affect how the rest of the game goes from this point. Like, this is definitely a fork in the road where your decisions, like, make a big difference as to what comes next. Which is, like, I love when games do that, honestly. It's way more, like, it adds replay value. I'm, like, no matter what I choose here, I'm definitely going to want to, like, just because I'm stressed doesn't mean I'm complaining. I'm definitely going to want to replay the game and find out what happens if I make the other decision, no matter which one I choose. If I choose to value the artifacts above all else and stay and fight, or if I choose to... And I guess also notably, that guy's a level 70 elite, right? So I'm maybe not a high, like, the appropriate level to be advancing the story this far. There's a lot of reasons I feel some kind of way about what just happened. So I mean, I can obviously, like, stay and defend Walter and Noel and Mateo maybe, and Vasco's there, Sam's there, you know. Or I can go up and try to help Sarah and Vladimir and Barrett. And Andrea's up there too, isn't she? Damn. I feel like it's really making you choose, like, you're gonna lose, like, half of Constellation in this mission or some shit. Oh, man. Well, anyway, the sentence I'm trying to say that I keep, like, my ADD brain won't let me finish it because my mind's in so many different places right now, is I want some time to think about what I want to choose. So I'm not going to do whatever that is. That's not happening in this video. That's going to happen next video after I've had some time to think on it. I haven't even gotten enough time to, like, explore what it means to have made an enemy of UC Sistef. So I'm not even sure I'm going to choose to betray UC Sistef. Like, I still might want to be a mole for them in the Crimson Fleet. Like, too many big decisions happening back to back to back, where I haven't had a chance to figure out what the ramifications of those decisions are, and to properly decide if, like, I want to continue playing with those decisions being made the way I've made them. So I'm going to try a couple different things and see what... I'm trying to assess my situation as it stands right now on this save file where I've escaped from UC Sistef. I've got a mission now to seek out the Crimson Fleet. Like, I like the direction that's headed. But, for example, if I were to go into orbit of Jemison right now, would I be attacked by UC Sistef? If I were to go to any planet that UC Sistef is in orbit, would the UC Sistef ships automatically attack me? If I defend myself against UC Sistef ships that are attacking me, will I make my crew hate me? Will I make members of Constellation hate me? Will I accumulate a bounty bigger than 500? Like, I have too many questions, right? So the first thing I'm going to try and do, it's letting me land in the spaceport, it looks like. So I'm going to land in the spaceport. I'm going to try walking into the city towards the bounty board and paying off my bounty. I'm not sure, like, I assume I'm going to get stopped because there's I a checkpoint where they scan you for bounties, right?
Life in all its many-colored glory.
Right. Let's start by seeing if I get stopped. I think there might be a way. Yeah, that I can like hop up and like get around. But we'll leave that as like a plan B, right?
You will be scanned as you enter the city. Please keep moving.
Right. That's the thing I'm wondering about.
Okay. No bounty. You're clear. Enjoy your visit.
Are you sure about that? Not gonna argue with them. Sounds good. No bounty. Right. Just like you said. Of course. Why would I have a bounty? I don't have a bounty. A bounty. Oh, I'm also curious about this. Is that dude here? He's not. He was standing right here. The hunter. Standing right here in this bar, and I talked to him. And then I also encountered him, like, out here.
Having a good one?
Like, he was walking around here. Well, he's not here. I mean, obviously, contextually, he's, like, on the eye right now, causing trouble, right? So, self-service bounty clearance. Oof. Our records indicate that you are not wanted by any faction within settled systems at this time. Okay. So I guess me agreeing to help that guy, he cleared my bounty, and then I escaped, and I don't have a bounty anymore? Crime. Largest bounty 500, total lifetime bounty 500. I guess it doesn't say my current bounty anywhere. Well, okay. So I don't have a bounty anymore. Good. Awesome. So far, so good. Alright, time for what I'm going to call experiment number 2.
Cool spacesuit.
Cool spacesuit. Well, thank you. I'm not wearing it right now. I mean, I shouldn't be. So this is good so far. I mean, that's weird in and of itself, but yeah, take off. Experiment number 2, what happens if because last time I was in orbit, well, I guess they took the ship to Mars and stuff, but they were all attacked, all the UC system folks were attacking me. Like, I see UC Sysdef ships all the time, so I'm concerned about how that's going to play out.
We're in orbit.
Okay, this seems good. You're UC Sysdef, right? No, Freestar, okay. UC Security. UC, I guess they're not UC Sysdef. Maybe I'm just misremembering. Okay, well, I mean, good. I mean, this is good. This is good. Okay, okay. So far, so good. So, it's time for experiment number 3. The Sol System. Hold on. Mercury. Earth. Venus. Why can I suddenly not see? Okay, there's Mars. There's Phobos. I don't see the icon for the UC Vanguard anymore. Let's try this. Experiment number 3. We're gonna go to the Sol system and see if I'm in trouble in the Sol system.
Oh, I never get tired of that.
This is United Colony Space. Maintain current course while we scan for contraband.
Yeah, scan me. I do want to get scanned again, see what happens.
And we're done. Welcome to Mars.
Okay. Experiment number 3 success. This is looking really good. I've got one more experiment I want to do. Oh yeah, I forgot about Deimos. Oh, I'm so dumb. I just realized that the Deimos company is named after the moon of Mars. That's so cool, actually. I've never scanned Phobos. Well, anyways, we'll do that now. Two birds, one stone. Experiment number 4 is underway. If I go to Phobos, are there still enemy ships here? No. Okay. Phobos survey data added. Awesome. Sensor contact. Experiment number 5. Is this sensor contact the UC Vanguard? Or UC... I guess it was it called Vanguard? I mean, Vanguard's a different thing. Vanguard's a, like, group I can join, right? Okay. Oh, the sensor contact is just shipping crates. Okay, okay. Awesome. Feeling good about all the things that are happening right now. I forget what experiment number we're on, but we're gonna go land in Cydonia. So... as I was like screaming at the sky and hating life with all the like bad circumstances.
Mars would be a whole lot better to visit if you can just bulldoze this place.
Hey, I like Cydonia, Sam. You can chill out there. God, can't wait to go to Sam. So it's interesting. When I was looking up the, I guess we're still on that mission, right? No. Well, yes. The no sudden moves. Well, I was looking up the no sudden moves mission to see if there was a way to do it without getting a bounty. Which, I mean, at this point, I'm glad I got the bounty, but, I found out that it's not always Sam that has to come with you. It can be Barrett sometimes and possibly other members of the Constellation. I guess that has something to do with like how much affinity you have with the characters. Sam spent a lot of time on my ship because I like his daughter so much in a non-creepy way. So Sam, I guess, is like likes me better than Barrett does, so Sam ended up being the one that came with me, which is, you know, it is what it is. I worry about, like, if I choose to defend the artifacts, I worry about maybe losing Barrett, who's like one of my favorite characters, but way more so than Sam, although I don't want Cora to lose her father. I mean, he's a good father. Like, I don't hate him. I don't hate him at all, actually. I mean, he's just not my favorite traveling companion. If I had to choose someone to be stuck following me, I'd rather have Barrett. I can't remember exactly where I was going with this. I mean, it doesn't matter. Anyway, when all the chaos was happening previously, I looked up how I'm supposed to do this, seek out the Crimson Fleet, and one of the things, like, the internet has very mixed opinions about how you do that. Mostly because I guess your objective updates to seek out the Crimson Fleet if you tell him, no, I refuse, and he takes you to jail, then they seek you out as you're leaving the jail. Like an NPC approaches you, which I'm like, well, that doesn't work for me because I didn't go to jail. I said I was going to help him, and then I attacked and fought for my freedom. But I did see one Reddit post that said that same NPC will approach you in Cydonia. So that's why we're here. Wow! 943 hours without incident. I think that's the longest we've had.
I heard they had a breakthrough at the lab recently. All kinds of new possibilities, they say.
You don't say.
Oh. Well, now I know another location for the self-service bounty terminal.
This life ain't easy, but it pays the bills.
Figured going down here towards the bar is not a bad idea.
Excuse me? We get a lot of new faces passing through here.
Hi, Jack. Can you tell me how to get in touch with the Crimson Fleet?
Not everyone needs to come to me with their problems. So long.
No. Okay.
Hard.
Yes, what?
Okay. I'm not gonna waste too much time on this. It's not intuitive, annoyingly. Like, if you choose to take this route, like, it sounds like it's a very straightforward, intuitive thing that happens if you have them take you to jail. But I like this better. Like, I like the idea of, like, you know, playing along, so he'll let me out of my cell and then fighting my way to my ship and fleeing. You know? Feels right. Feels good. I've successfully escaped from the UC Vigilance now that the UC Sysdef has become my enemy, although I don't know what that entails, because they're not as omnipresent as I, like, in my head, had in my head that they were. You know what? You know where I encounter UC Sysdef? I'm now realizing, it's when I, like, am being attacked by Crimson Fleet or Spacers in a UC system, and they're fighting with, like, other ships, and I defeat them. The ships they're fighting with are UC Sysdef. That's where I've run into them before. So I'm curious if now, like, maybe that's the secret. I need to get a random encounter where Crimson Fleet's fighting with UC Sysdef and, like, destroy the UC Sysdef ships instead. But I feel like whenever I've done something like that, like, all my crew gets mad at me. I don't know. It's a whole thing. I need to seek out the Crimson Fleet. Because it's so unintuitive,
Hey, I want to talk to you for a second.
Oh.
Some friends of mine heard how you handled Sysdef. They, want to
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Loving this. Am I supposed to remember what happened with Sysdef? That's funny. That's a funny choice. Are these friends of yours who I think they are? I don't want to have anything to do with your friends. You must have me confused with someone else. I mean... ooh. I guess I'll ask this for the walls.
What, you bang your head on an airlock or something? If you think
I'm glad he
really hard,
responded that
I'm
way.
betting you'll remember shooting your way off of UC Systef's flagship, yeah? And guess what else? Your little stunt has gained some serious attention from friends of mine.
I love that. So that dialogue is unique to the way I approach this. I don't know if Cydonia is the only place you can run into this guy. Like, that is so unintuitive. Like, who's going to go to a UC city seeking out the Crimson Fleet, right? But I love that dialogue is unique to me, having shot my way off because that's what I did. Pretty sure I killed some people, but it didn't count against me, so... I feel like the game's just like, yeah, that was self-defense, like you were kidnapped, like you were escaping kidnappers. Are these friends of yours who I think they are?
Let's not waste any time playing games. You know exactly who my friends are. What you don't know is what they want from you. All I can tell you is they admire what you did when you were aboard the Vigilance.
Okay. Keep talking.
No point. I've got nothing else to say. Everything you need to know is right here. Take it. Good luck. You're gonna need it.
An invitation added.
Have you checked
Read
your
the invite
lately?
message. Oh, this
City
is
of
cool.
Cydonia recommends checking your filtration unit every 2 weeks for old, faulty, or improperly fitted filters. Martian dust is a leading cause of respiratory illness. Remember, keep it breathing.
Oh, the
so you don't get wheezed.
SSNN broadcast was
Our
like...
business has concluded. But don't you, have somewhere else?
was remarkably relevant to what was going on, but then they started talking about... Where is the SSNN thing? I want to
Watch
get
out
closer
for
to
the
it.
robots. They're surprisingly sneaky.
All right, whatever. Anyway, this is I love this so far. I've been under a lot of pressure lately, but I'm loving this. How this is playing out. At least my decision in regards to UC Systef, I'm feeling more and more confident that that's the one we're sticking with here. Impressed how you handled UC Systef. If you want to earn some extra money, talk to Adlar Kemp at the Broken Spear and do whatever he tells you to do. Bring this to the authorities and you won't even live long enough to regret the mistake. Okay.
Yep. We're done.
Well, I mean, I guess now it makes sense why he accosts you at Cydonia. But I mean, I probably would have never come back to Cydonia if I hadn't looked up how to progress this quest. So, I mean, okay. We're doing a lot of save files lately. I'm gonna have to start creating some new ones because he's got this suitcase here. Interesting.
Unless you're here to serve me a drink, you can turn around and walk away.
Do I look like a waiter to you?
Right now, you look like someone who's wasting my time. I'm a busy man, so unless you have something important you want to say to me, you might as well get the hell out of here.
I don't like Adler and his German attitude. This message says I should talk to you.
Well, if it isn't Neva's little hero. So, you're the hotshot that blasted his way off the Vigilance, huh? You
Sure
don't look that
did.
impressive to me.
Looks ain't everything. Take you, for example.
Oh, Sam with the jokes. I mean, for what it's worth, if I replay this game, I'm for sure bringing companions as followers everywhere, because they clearly have like dialogue and stuff that they could do like throughout the game. I chose this like introvert perk at the like character creation. It's a real shame that they don't let you redo your perks, because I would change things. Like, I would get rid of introvert for starters. Because, like, I feel like...
Going to answer, or what?
It's nice having people on my crew, but I don't see the benefit to that. Having followers to go around with me is usually annoying to me in these types of games. Which is why I went with introvert in the first place, but now I kind of wish I had, like, I'd love to have, I mean, obviously not Sam, because Cora doesn't, like, tag along with him on missions, so it's her dialogue I'd be most interested in as we're going about things. But she's a kid, so we can't do that. But I would have, like, probably Andrea and, well, maybe Andrea. Vasco for sure. Vasco 1000%, because he would have hilarious robot humor.
Yoo-hoo! Anyone
and
in
maybe
there?
Vasco and my adoring fan actually would be following me just everywhere. That's a stupid question to ask. Who the hell is Neva?
Seeing as you've shown up here with this slate, she's your new boss. That's who she is.
Oh, she.
See,
I
we
like
all
it.
have a whole pecking order that goes on in the fleet. Neva and me, we're way at the top. And you, no matter how much of a badass you think you are, you're all the way at the bottom. So get used to it.
Ooh, it sounds like he already considers me a member of the Crimson Fleet. You're with the Crimson Fleet, right?
Shut the hell up! What's the matter with you? You want to get us both thrown into
You
lockup
literally
over
just
us?
said Crimson Fleet, blah, 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 pecking order.
I don't know who you think you're talking to, but I keep who I run with a secret in public, and I suggest you do the same. Why do they always send the stupid ones to me?
I'm glad I clicked that just for the hilarity of it, but, like, what a like, bizarre disconnect between these two dialogues. Hey, you invited me. Wait, I don't even remember what we're responding to at this point. Shit, what did he say? Hey, you invited me.
I didn't invite anyone. That order came from above. If you think that slate was some kind of a free pass into our organization, you're wrong. But keep your head down and your mouth shut, and you might just get a crack at some real money.
I don't work well in groups.
Oh, what's the matter? Emotionally scarred from no one playing with you in the sandbox when you were a kid? Get over it. You've got work to do.
Okay.
Neva told me to make sure you've got what it takes to run with us. And I'll be damned if I'm going to let her down. That means before I send you to meet her, you need to do a little job for me first.
Alright, Adler, what's the job? Who's us?
Play your cards right, and you might actually live long enough to find out.
You've already spilled the beans, man. What the hell? Didn't I already prove myself on the vigilance?
Yeah, we're all super impressed that you got arrested and ran away from UC Systef like a scared rabbit. Bravo! Let's get one thing straight.
I mean, fair,
It's
I did
my
run
decision
as
that
fast
you've
as I
got what
could.
it takes to join. So shut up and listen.
I feel like you're taking advantage of the situation. I'm ready to pay for my meal ticket. I mean, I do. Sure.
Yeah? No kidding. That's how things work around here. Get used to it.
Alright, he admits it.
Now listen up, because I'm not going to repeat myself. I need you to deal with a miner who's racked up a bunch of debt. He probably spent it all on booze, not that I blame him. Either way, I want that money back.
Oh man, his name's Heller, isn't it? In case you're wondering, like, I'm sort of deliberately choosing some smart alecky dialogue options. I think I will continue choosing smart alecky dialogue options when I'm dealing with the Crimson Fleet, because it feels fitting to this turn. Like, I've experienced firsthand now the corruption of the United Colonies. I already didn't like them. I'd heard such tales as a member of the Freestar Collective, as a Freestar Ranger and whatnot. Certainly from the first in my encounter with them, how awful the UC are. But I didn't really, I hadn't had any bad experiences with them until I was kidnapped, extorted, my freedom stripped from me, until I chose to stand up for myself and flee. But now the UC Systef wants my blood, so I'm forced to work with the Crimson Fleet to forge a new path forward. This experience has changed me. I'm not the lily white do-gooder I once was. When we're in Freestar Collective territory, I'm still a ranger. Here. But when we're in the UC territory, my allegiance lies with the Crimson Fleet. Right, so... Wait, what? Wait, what did... Wait, what? Right, he wants the thing dealt with the miner. How loud do you want this to be? I'll just kill him and take the money off his corpse. I'll just pay his debt off right now so we can get down to business. Alright, I'll get it. I guess I'll ask this.
What do I need to do here? Write you an instruction manual? You can do this loud, you can do this quiet. I don't care. I just want my goddamn money, and I want this guy to remember who he screwed over.
I feel like he's not gonna like this dialogue choice, but... I mean, how much could the debt be, right? It's probably not much. Sure, I'll just pay his debt off right now so we can get down to business.
Feel free to throw as many credits in my face as you want, but that isn't the point. We need to make an example out of this guy. His name's Carl Fielding. I think you'll find him wandering around the Deimos miners' quarters. Don't worry, you can't miss him. Just look for the most miserable-looking guy in the entire place.
Sam liked me offering to pay the debt myself. But I don't care what Sam thinks. I wish he was gone. Deimos mining quarters. Deimos mining quarters. Deimos mining quarters.
Hey,
I guess I got a quest objectives pointing me right in the direction.
Sometimes I wish I'd taken an easier job.
We're still at 946. Okay, let's see what we can see.
Mast would like to join Sidonia in celebrating the 75 years of
Sidonia's not so bad. Honest work, good pay. I can't complain.
Lux condominiums? Oh no, yeah, Sidonia residential. That seems like where I should go, right? Maybe not. I guess it kind of looks like the objective was pointing me in a different way. Does it want me to go back through? Yeah, okay, my bad. My bad, I should just pay attention to where the objective is. Now, I draw a very firm line when it comes to murdering innocents with my character. So, I guess we're gonna see...
Bad news for the League of Independent Settlers. form list. A prospective colonist family used list resources to find a new home. A remote moon filled with
This is
life
cool. I don't think I saw this last time I was in Sardonia. Maybe I did. But conspiracy theorists love this thing. There's this face on Mars that looks like this. You can see it in like satellite images taken of the planet. And it's just a geological formation, but it definitely looks like a face. I'm curious what, if I touch this, what I'll get for the history. I wish, for the history, I wish SSNN wasn't in my other ear here. Oh, it's reading. Good. On July 25th, 1976, the Viking 1 orbiter spacecraft took its first photographs of the Cydonia region of Mars. Among them was an image of what appeared to be a humanoid face on the surface of Mars. The image inspired the imaginations of millions, cementing humanity's passion for space exploration and once again begging the question, are we alone out there? Later photography would reveal that the face was no more than a mountain, shadows, and perhaps humanity's greatest case of pareidolia, a tendency to perceive specific, meaningful imagery in an otherwise ambiguous or random visual pattern. Nevertheless, the legend of the face on Mars remains an important inspiration for many to this day. Cool.
I'm so behind on my work. When's
12
the
meters
report due
below
anyway?
me. Oh yeah, I forgot Mars is like that. Ooh. Uh-oh. So this also takes me to Cydonia Residential. I don't think I've ever explored the, no. I mean, okay, let's do a new, well... Yeah, I'm fine with overwriting this one. We did good. We did good with that.
Caution. Subterranean particle detonation imminent.
I don't think I've ever explored the miners' quarters. Like, maybe I did. If it's connected to the residential, I know I explored a lot of that area.
Consider this unit always on the job.
Looking around to see if there's any named NPCs. I know the person I'm looking for was like right behind me. Sam, relax. You see Marine Barracks?
Mast would like to join Cydonia in celebrating over 275 years of living on Mars.
Well, okay, hold on.
Do your part to keep Cydonia at graffiti.
You see Marine.
Can't wait to get shipped off to another base.
Marine.
Glad there ain't no wars.
Marine.
Still need to be prepared.
They may have disbanded the Red Devils long ago.
I was just curious, like, if there was,
What's the word for that again?
a named NPC
it's on the
in there,
tip of my
maybe.
tongue.
I don't know.
Citizen, 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 citizen. Oh yeah, so the other residential entrance just comes in this way. So I have been in here before. It's just that's weird that it was like, no, go back out first. Well, there's Carl. All right, Carl. Let's talk.
Something I can help you with?
Yeah. I'm here to collect the credits you owe to Adler Kemp.
Adler Kemp? Who the heck is that?
Do you owe money to anyone or not?
Of course I owe money. Unless you're independently wealthy. Everyone's in debt nowadays. I owe Deimos. I owe my landlord. I owe Galbank. Heck, I have a tab at Parsec Deep at Cespear. It's an endless list. So why don't you just leave me here? Let me get drunk and find someone else to bother. Okay?
Man, I feel that. I feel that in my bones. True in real life too. Who is not in debt? Adler is serious about this debt, so I suggest you pay quickly.
Adler, you said? Nope. I think you have me mixed up with someone else. Look, I'm tired. It's been a long day in the mines. I just want to go home, wash off the dust, and relax. This has been fun, though.
Whatever. He just said whatever under his breath. That's funny. It wasn't even on the subtitles. If you're a deaf gamer and you played through this mission, just to let you know, he muttered whatever under his breath. The subtitle folks didn't feel you needed to catch that. I feel like these are both gonna like. He's gonna be like, no, 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 no. I suddenly remember who Adler is. I'll go back and tell Adler you said that.
Adler. Oh, wait. You mean that Adler? Yeah, sorry. I thought you were talking about someone else. I told him I'd pay up next week when Deimos cuts our next profit share check. I'll even bring it to him personally. Sound good? Yeah?
I don't think Adler's going to be satisfied with that option.
Well, I mean, he doesn't really have a choice. Look, I haven't got a single credit to spare right now. Okay? You can't squeeze blood from a stone. You know? Right?
It's funny how whenever someone's there to collect the debt, everyone's as poor as a list dirt farmer.
Ooh, I love all this. Why are you hurting so badly for credit?
I'm a miner for Deimos. It's not what I was hoping for out of life. But
I mean,
here
I've heard
am.
the pay's good here for the miners.
Yeah.
It's just a dangerous
It's a
job.
lousy company. It pays me a salary. But I depend on the profit-sharing bonuses to keep food on the table for my family.
No, he supports a family. Adler thinks he spent all the money on booze. Damn it. I want to choose one of these two. So here's what's going to happen. As much as I'm sure at this point my audience is so fucking sick of me. Sorry for the language. So darn sick of me reloading my saves. I'm going to click this option because I want to see where this dialogue leads. I want it to lead me back to this menu so I can choose one of these two. If it doesn't, then I'm going to reload and choose one of these two instead, okay? Okay.
Hey, now wait a second. Just because things are tough, and I might be spending my afternoons at the spear, it doesn't mean I don't care about my family. Adler doesn't get to judge me. No, he's just a low-life pirate who thinks he can push everyone around.
Oh, thank God. Okay. So, I mean, 3,000 credits is nothing. I'm very tempted to, oh yeah, stop borrowing from him, and I'll pay the debt for you. Yeah, I like this. Like, I can force him to, like, I feel like I can persuade him into selling his, like, shirt off his back to, like, pay the debt, or, like, letting his family starve to, like, pay the debt. But I think this is the better option. 3,000 credits is easy. Easy work. Light work. No reaction. Yeah. Promise to stop borrowing from Albert because he is bad news bears. He wanted me to come kill you, basically. And I'll pay the debt for you.
Holy crap. Really? You'd do that for me? Wow. I don't even know what to say. Thank you. For everything. And don't worry. I'll never borrow anything from Adler again. I promise.
Hey, good to see you.
In order to avoid injury,
Return to Albert Camp.
any spills or unsafe conditions on the upper level.
So, can I just say how pleased I am that the game gave me an option to end that on a positive note. I didn't have to shake him down. I didn't have to use violence. I didn't have to compromise my morals. This is going to get me in with the Crimson Fleet. Oh, there's the
Vanguard
It's
pilots
just
who are now
another
full
deep water
UC
closet.
citizens attended the ceremony and listened to a speech from President Abe. The remarkable success of the Vanguard.
No, I don't think so. Yeah, I think I need to talk to a
So I really like the direction this quest is headed. I'm more confident than ever that I can sort of choose to do the Crimson Fleet quest line where I'm not bowing to the UC Sysdef and their extortion, while still choosing the high road for most things. I'm excited to see where this leads. Feeling really good about this. I'm gonna do another save before I talk to Adler in case he does some shenanigans.
Layla's been going on about the heart of Mars again.
Have something for me?
Sure do. Here's your money. Just because I enjoy annoying Adler. What are you talking about?
Don't start that crap with me. I'm in no mood. Did you
Adler
bring
has
me the
no
money
sense of humor.
Fielding owes me, or do I need to pay him a visit myself?
Yeah, it's all here.
There, would you look at that? I knew that bum was holding out on me. He going to be a
wasn't.
problem anymore? Or did he get the message?
He got the message.
Nice, nice. You're kind of a natural at this. Leaning on deadbeats comes easy to you. I like that. Well, looks like you've made it this far. Take one more step and there's no going back.
I'm ready.
You still think you can handle running with my associates?
I don't know. If you think they can handle me...
That's what I'm talking about. I like your style. All right, I'm convinced. I'll call ahead and get a hold of Neva. Head out to Europa, you'll find her there. I suggest you listen to whatever she has to say.
Nice. Okay, so very notably, Deep Cover Mission is gone. Deep Cover Mission is now a completed mission. Escape the Vigilance, seek out the Crimson Fleet, read the invite message, speak to Alder Camp, recover Carl Fielding's debt, return to Alder Camp. Deep Cover is done. So any options I had to infiltrate the Crimson Fleet in order to take them down, gone. But option to join the Crimson Fleet is alive and well. I'm gonna stick with it. After doing a job for Adler Kemp, he's decided to refer me to one of his superiors. I need to go to Europa, where I'll meet Neva Mora. Rendezvous with the Estrella at Europa. Okay. Travel to the Estrella. Right here. Right, Europa, moon of Jupiter. Okay. Hold on. I don't know why I always go to the map menu like, all right, yeah, let's go. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I should save before I just jump into action here. Rook meets King is a fun quest name too. Let's go meet the King. Or Queen.
Wow. Look who finally had the guts to show up. Looks like Adler finally did something right for once. So, big shot. I hear Adler thinks you're good enough to join our crew.
Didn't I already prove myself? Adler said that? I didn't know he cared. Damn right I am. That's what I'm here for. Didn't I already prove myself?
Adler? Sure. But for all I know, you're just his latest impulse buy. Still, I'm feeling generous. So I'm gonna give you a chance to prove you're not a total waste of cabin air.
Am I talking to a person named Estrella? Or just communicating with the ship now? Like, I thought I was going to meet the person who wanted to meet with me because of what I did with the UC Sys staff, but now they're acting like I proved myself to Adler. Now I gotta prove myself to her. Like, how many times and ways do I need to prove myself? Adler said that I didn't know he cared.
You're funny. I hate funny. Remember that. So, before I put you to work, let's get everything out in the open.
Sounds good to me.
I don't know if Adler mentioned it, and for his sake, I hope he hasn't. But you aren't about to sign up with any average pirate crew. You're signing up with the Crimson Fleet. That's if you get through this little task I have planned for you. There's a medical supply ship called the Ragana, jumping into Enceladus's orbit. On board that ship, you'll find a traitor named Austin Rake. I want him dead.
Uh-oh. A medical supply ship? Why not a ship with some actual loot? Why not hunt down Austin Rake yourself? What options do I have to complete this job?
There's a lesson in this. I need you to learn what'll happen if you decide to turn your back on the fleet.
Okay,
Consider it your glimpse into a possible unfortunate future. So you'd better pay close attention.
Right, blood in, blood out. I get it. What options do I have to complete this job?
Rake? That's your only option? If you want my advice, there's only one way to guarantee he dies. Turn the Ragana into space junk. Only way to be sure.
See, some of this stuff is making me question my choices. Like, I can just peace out on this mission right now. Actually, this is really interesting. I feel like if I choose this, then I can just at any time come back and speak to her here to resume the Crimson Fleet storyline. I'm also very curious if I had gone along with the UC Systef plans and infiltrated the Crimson Fleet, would I have been put through this same sort of hazing here? I assume I would have. In fact, these might be the same missions that the fleet sends you on if you choose to infiltrate them, right? It just maybe changes at the end. But I feel like if I choose this, then maybe I can, like, put a pin in this mission and come back to it later. I just saved before I jumped here. Let's click on let me think about it and see how Estrella responds to that. It strikes me she may not be happy with that and may say that that's not an option, but we'll see. Let me think about it.
Don't think too hard, Rook. You'll pop something.
Okay. Hail the Estrella. Okay. So that really does put a pin in this mission. Let me save. So, here's what we're gonna do. Oh, hold on. Oh, look, see? It's back to not letting me power down my engines. Look at that. See what I mean by that? Weird, right? Like, you can see on the bottom left-hand corner of my screen how it's flashing red. Well, it's like, no, you can't do that. Like, why, though? Even if I reduce my speed to 0, it won't let me. Anyway. So here's what we're going to do. This is a good stopping point for this episode. I've gone over, but, like, there was a lot of reloading. So, just like in the last episode where I had to reload a bunch, I felt like, you know, we can let the videos run long if it's going to be a bunch of me reloading and trying to figure things out. It's probably very annoying to watch this video. I'm so sorry. I know that I was like stressed and like annoyed about not hearing dialogues and not catching this and that, and I want to be able to take it all in, but I can understand, like, if I was watching this series myself, and I am watching the beginnings of a couple Starfield playthroughs, like, I know I'd be annoyed. I'd be annoyed by my own behavior, you know. So I apologize for that. We're gonna get back into more steady flow of things. I definitely need some time to think about what I want to do about the main story mission. That seems like it's gonna snowball really fast once I go back to the lodge. And I'm really not sure what even exists for me as alternative paths. I know I've mentioned before, I can join the UC Vanguard and do their sort of missions. They strike me as being a more morally, like, a more fitting choice for my character, I guess is what I'm trying to say, than UC SysDef. UC SysDef, I do not like the way they went about things at all. So I'm very happy with my decision to betray them in favor of the Crimson Fleet. But I see the Crimson Fleet's going down sort of a dark path here. So I want to think on things a bit. Decide if maybe I want to go back and infiltrate the Crimson Fleet instead and see what that's about. I want to think on, like, whether I want to go to the Eye and try to save Sarah and Vladimir and Barrett potentially and Andrea, or if I want to stay at the lodge and try to protect Noelle and Walter. Like, I couldn't tell if Walter, like, died in that encounter. I wasn't able to shoot the guy that was holding Walter hostage, and he, like, pushed Walter down, but I don't know if he, like, shot him and killed him or what that was about. And he's a level 70 elite, so I feel like it's supposed to feel like impossible to defend the lodge. I'm curious if you choose to stay in the lodge, if it, like, is impossible to stop them from taking the artifacts anyway, and it becomes, like, futile. Or if there's a way that you can succeed at defending the lodge long enough for Noelle to pack up that shit and get it out of there. I don't know where we would even reconvene with the artifacts as Constellation, because with the lodge gone and potentially the Eye gone, we don't really have anywhere to go. Maybe Stroud Eklund Corporate HQ on Neon is the only thing I can think of. So I have a lot of thinking to do, a lot of decisions to make about how I want to proceed with my playthrough. So I think it's a good time to sort of, we'll end the episode here, and then I'll do some heavy thinking. And when we come back, I'll have made some hard decisions about the way I want things to go in this playthrough. And we'll just commit, right? I'll be committed and ready to proceed along the path I've chosen when we come back. I was very indecisive and yeah, just really indecisive the last couple videos, and I know it. And I'm sure it was annoying, but I think I'm, you know, just if I get some time, I'm going to take some time, I'm going to think about things, and when I come back, I'm going to be much more decisive and much more ready to commit to a certain path, one way or another. But all that preamble is to say, I just saved my game, right? All that preamble is to say, I'm going to, for giggles, I'm going to see if I can destroy the Estrella and potentially board it. I think they'll just jump away or something like that would make sense to me. But I'm just curious what happens if I try that. But I'm gonna, you know, when we come back, I'll load that save, and we'll commit to a course of action one way or another. But just for now, for fun. Revving speed! Well, the Estrella is protected by some very thick, impenetrable plot armor. But, you know, we had to do it. For science. For science. Just like I said to the collector, it's for science. Science is important. So, thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for putting up with my indecisiveness these last two videos. We're going to get back into the action next time with a clear idea of how we want to handle things and what we're going to do next. I hope everyone watching this has a fantastic day.